go! Alright, I want to talk about a few stocks that you can pick up for less than $10. The reason I'm even doing this video is because one, is a low price, two, is gimmicky, it sounds good, and three, is something that get attention. Somebody who's a newbie stock investor, perhaps a penny pincher. So let's change that penny pincher paradigm and reverse that shit, and let's get into some cold wealth 20. That didn't make no sense. But anyways, all right. So first stock to pick up. Let's write it just for emphasis. Groupon. You know Groupon? Of course you do. Groupon. You know, for all the penny pinchers out there, this stock is less than $10, okay? I'm not saying it's a good buy. I'm not saying that it's going to go up, go down. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying if you want to buy a stock that has a big name, Groupon is a piece of shit. It was trading at $3 a few months ago. Now it's literally a penny stock. It's trading for like less than 75 cents. So I'm not saying you should buy it. You may. I'm looking at the chart. It looks like it might come back up. It might recover. It may not. I'm just saying it's a cheap stock to buy. Groupon. Number two, let's go for it. Sirius XM, where I used to host on the radio when they knew me as The Shadow. I never actually revealed that. But anyways, Sirius XM, that's another one that's going for less than $10, okay? Is it a good investment? Is it a bad investment? I'm not saying any of the two. You should absolutely look into it. I'm just sharing this to share that there are stocks with names that you know, big brands that are trading that you can buy a piece of for under $10. That's the only thing I'm saying here. Don't take this as advice to buy it. I don't know nothing about Sirius XM except that I used to speak into the microphone. It's cheap, okay? All right, cool. Number three. What can we think of? We can think of Rite Aid. Let's do Rite Aid, right? Rite Aid. You know what? This is actually interesting because Rite Aid is one of the few stores that remain open in this time. So I'd be curious to see what their Q2 will look like because everything else is crippled. And while there's a company that have robust fundamentals, they won't be affected too much from one or 2 months or even a quarter of a lull because they've had steady performance for that time period, which is why they go down and it might not affect the whole year is what I'm saying. And who knows how they might come out on the other side, they might see a surge. Now, Rite Aid, I'm curious to see whether their stuff will go up because their stock has pretty much been, it's quite mediocre to be honest with you in terms of its performance. So what I'm saying is they might actually see a jump once we get out on the other side. But again, it's so cheap. If you only buy one, let's say you triple your money on buying one share, you go from, let's just say it's 5, I didn't look, but let's say it's 5 and you go to 15. You have 3x your money, but what have you really done? Yay. So, anyways, just saying this is 3 big name shares, stocks, companies that you can invest in during COVID-19. You can scratch that. Cold Wealth 20. You can buy one of these 3 for less than $10 if you want to get started. Would I recommend it? I'm not saying that at all. However, these are the ones. Also, I do want to mention, right now it's actually possible to buy fractional shares. And I believe Stash has that, and I believe Robinhood also introduced that very recently. So basically, fractional shares where you can invest a lesser amount into a company of your choosing, which really renders this moot because what is their competitive advantage from a bargain standpoint? They don't have it. The same thing as Bitcoin, where you could buy a piece of Bitcoin. So, look into that as well. However, just for the sake of the exercise, and for the sake of the headline, and the sake of getting your clicks, 3 stocks you can buy for less than $10. Groupon, Sirius XM, Rite Aid.